So in my opinion, I think we've had a lot of innovations come to light. I think that in terms of both digital agriculture and the digital finance that's meant to encourage the uptake of digital agriculture, we have most of the products. I think we have a fine enough set of products now that our main priority actually needs to be the science of how we're going to scale them, not just from a distribution perspective, but how we can ensure that farmers trust the people bringing the products to them and ultimately want to use them over the long haul. So I think it's more of a long-term uptake problem nowadays, and we need science there. Yeah, so I think research can play two roles. I think the first role that research plays is the scientists can come up with ways of de-risking agriculture by improving practices and of course building new technologies, right? So if farmers and agro-processors, other people in the ecosystem are able to produce things in a more reliable way, it de-risks investments in AgriTech and in kind of brick and mortar agriculture as well. I think there's also a role for behavioral science to understand the uptake of these products, and we're really seeing, especially in kind of this new outcomes-oriented, scaling-oriented development sector of the last few months, that is becoming a priority for many funders. Many research organizations have been very supply focused, right? They have been in the role of identifying which technologies are needed to be more efficient and then building them and maybe testing them internally. We've seen a lot of partnerships developing already between scientists and other organizations, including governments as well as the private sector. I think what we need to see to an increasing degree is that the scientists are taking cues from agribusinesses about what is needed and which types of products and services would actually be used by farmers. So I think science needs to be more demand-led and start listening to agribusinesses and government more than we supply the science in the first place. So one of the things that has driven me crazy, this is a completely different topic and not even related to science much, is that we talk about lots of agribusinesses as like grantrepreneurs and almost disparage companies for taking grants. Sometimes you can get dependent on grants as an agribusiness, but sometimes agribusinesses are prevented from becoming truly profitable, right? We want them to work with smallholders, which is a low margin sector of the economy, and we can provide them grants to keep them working, to provide social programs that governments might not be able to. And I think that's a perfectly valid position for an agribusiness. And so yeah, I don't like the idea of grantrepreneurs. I think it's unnuanced and silly.